Alright everyone, I'm Ryers, and welcome back to Shadow of the Erdtree. Let's keep going. Alright, so we're in the Rivermouth Cave? Yeah, Rivermouth Cave up here. And I'm hoping we can make it up to this map. I kind of want to get the map before I start exploring this spot. But first, we've got a cave to explore. Is this anything? Nope. Alright. So let's keep going. I did rest. Yeah, wolves. Hi. Don't back off. Come on. There you go. You're very weak. I one-shot them with my R1. They do a lot of damage, though. Why? My physical is 50%. And 151. It's just a lot of damage. This is not a dead end. Just turn the lantern back on. Just to get a little bit of light on the walls. TV spoons. Okay. I wonder if that Mo spear actually works with something here. It's probably... I know it's a giant AoE that it does, so it might hit things behind the wall. More dogs. I missed. Yeah, the R1 swing is kind of diagonal on this thing, so... Okay, that's the way to go. Nothing else this way? Yep, okay. That's obviously gonna break. But can we get the loot? Nope. Yeah, it's a river of blood coming from a wall. That doesn't seem right. Oh. Yeah, that blood doesn't make sense. Is blood not a word? Alright. Amaryllis. Okay, we got a bunch of blood fiends. A lot of them. Too many to actually try to take on. Hello. You. Backstab? Yeah. Anything else this way? No, just a flower. It's a bigger wolf. Alright. Sacred Bloody Flesh. Is that new? No. Right, that boosts physical and arcane attack power. Okay, this just leads back up to here. Alright. Down the hole we go again. How do we carefully get through here? Oop. Trying to take out one by one, but how many is that? 4, 8, 12, 14 of them. I could probably pick them off though. Can I get this guy's attention? Come on. There's another one coming up. It is. Could put on the where is it? The Cerulean Dagger or this one. Let's do the Cerulean Dagger. Kukri does a lot of damage. Okay, get the stagger, get some FP back. This shouldn't be too bad, as long as you actually come up here. There you go. Come on. Come on, buddy. There's so many more. At least he's running over here. And he missed. I wonder if that blood actually builds bleed on me. Probably not. Right, please come up here. Thank you. You're ugly. You missed. Okay, 2 non-charged R2s also kills them. The range on those is really good. Obviously loses a bit of the damage from that range, but that's not what I'm needing it for. I'm just trying to get their attention. Okay, 4 left. Does this do bleed? No. I should be safe to be in here then. Nope, that got their attention. Only the noise though, thankfully. Which means I can get this guy's attention again. It's not the one I was aiming at, but that works. He's using his spear to do that. Okay. How did I get that spear? I know that move. Alright, let's heal up. Alright, all cleared out. Took a little bit, but wasn't too bad. What do we have? Alright. And there's a boss. Let's see, these are missing the arms and half of the head. Alright, what do we got? Chief Blood Fiend, alright. You're very tanky, and you're big. Yeah, bleed, alright. Can you stagger? You can. Good to know. Ow. Okay. I need to take this more seriously. Whew. And you've got range. Alright. Ow. Nope, no stagger. Please stagger. There we go. It's too big to see what he's doing on screen because the camera's not cooperating. Yeah, I shouldn't have jumped there at the end there. Man, he Look at that sliver of health. Alright, that's fine. I might try the backhand blades to see how much bleed that can do. Also put Bestial Vitality on. Alright. Can't even tell what you're doing. Okay, that is... He's just too big. Yeah, the lock-on camera is just terrible there. Alright, I think the hammer was the way to go. I'll try Sacred Blade, just to get a boost of damage. Not like that, though. God. It's not much extra. Can I dodge? These guys' moves are just annoying. Can I heal? Thank you. Of course, they're delayed too. I'm not building up any stagger meter because I can't hit him often enough. Hey. I'm not a big fan of this guy. Not a fan. There's a stagger. That did no bleed build up. Okay. Alright, one more hit. Not too bad. Bloodfiend Hexer's Ashes. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Probably not going to use that. Somebody consumes HP rather than FP, makes sense. Spirit conducts blood boon rituals with a sacred spear, casts bloodflame hexes, and takes a singular pleasure in letting the blood of foes. Long ago, a subjugated tribe discovered a twisted deity among the ravages of war, and they were transformed into blood fiends. The Mother of Truth was their savior. The formless mother, I guess. Subjugated tribe discovered the twisted deity among the ravages of war. Alright. back to the entrance then. I'm kind of tempted to go upgrade the Pata and see what that does with bleed. So let's go back there and upgrade this thing. Yeah, see, the America statues have always been like that before, with their arms upwards. It's got impaling thrust on it, which is probably pretty good. Is there anything else that I want to add onto it, like a quick damage? Not really. Honestly, Bloodhound's Step might be pretty good on it. I'm gonna put blood. 61 buildup isn't too bad. Alright, so it takes some smithing stones. I can also give the bell bearing to... He's still in there. A bell bearing to these guys. I have 2 of them. String and Egon. Sure, so there's a string. Pedia. None of those are there, so I'm guessing it's in this mains section. Yeah. Gritter, the bristles with the sharp gravelstone pieces, has an anti-dragon effect. A broken Drake warrior, Egon made these one by one in the midst of his agony, so the Bale the Dread himself would know fear. So from 84 plus 38. The upgrading also increases the blood buildup. That's nice. Quite a bit, actually. So plus 24. That's at 90 already, damn. So 212, 174 versus the backhand blade, 215, 257. How quick is it though? It's probably a lot faster than the backhand blade. Go down here to test it. Yeah, it's good range on that thing. Two-handing. Yeah, I think I might like these. Okay. And then we go back to here. There's that crab again. Might as well try this thing out. Ow. Yep, that definitely bleeds. It's got good range. This, and then... Nope, that. That's that. Alright. So, that's north. That leads through here, right? It should. But... unfortunately, that is a dead end. Huh. Okay. That's, not great. Yeah, we can't get up there then. That's also a dead end. I'm assuming we can't climb up here without doing a Rolana. I'll check down here to see if there's anything. And then I might just go there instead and go north. But I don't know. That leads into a fort. It's a shame we can't get up that way. I was excited about the prospect of not having to do battle with Rolana again. Alright, I guess the closest one is here. Can we at least get a view? Okay, that's where Rolana is. So is that up there? Okay, that's that plateau, I believe. There's still so much to explore. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Okay. We've been down there. That doesn't actually lead anywhere. I think, right? And that way is just that path, yeah. Alright, so yeah, this is just a dead end. With an amazing view. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just go here then. I believe we found a spirit spring behind the finger ruins to get here. Brought us all the way up here. It's down there, yeah. Elder's Hovel. Okay, we can't use Torrent in here, so I guess we explore. Let me rest. Alright. Got more Omen Killer, it looks like. Oh, there's a ladder. What is that noise? Alright, my guy. Oh yeah, that's quick. That's very quick. Blessed Bone Shard. Exceedingly rare to find. A bone fragment touched by the gold of the Shadow Tree, broken from the remains of the warriors who perished in the realm of shadow. A blessing such as this is said to be the greatest honor that can be granted to the dead. Okay, we can drop down there. Something's making noise. Is it up here? No? Spinning some 8s, okay. I guess we go down here then. Check up top here first. There's a grace. Now, why is there a grace here? I guess this is accessible from a different way, so you couldn't get to that grace before without that. Is that an elevator? Where? There's another grace right there. It's a pathway there too. This is totally an unexplored area, yeah. What is that? There's wings. God, that's so fast. That's nice. I hear wings. Like down there, somewhere maybe. Or could it be up top there? Okay, so let's go down then. Oh, there's more here. Another knight. Any friends? No. Ooh, okay. You're an actual boss with a cool twin blade. not expecting a boss in there, but you bounce off my shield. You're like a Crucible Knight. Okay, can't block that one. What music is this? I know the music. Nice bleed. Okay. I was not expecting a boss, but now that I know what I am expecting, I can be more prepared. So let's take off this. What do we need? I guess we do this. Get more bleed procs off bleeds. Also, you respawned. Does that matter? No. Alright, let's fight you inside here this time. Nice, a stagger. Can you be backstabbed? I don't know. Can block all that with this shield. That's pretty crazy. Now the guard counter with this thing's nice too. It's a thrust. It does good counter damage. This might be the backhand blade replacement. Ash of War, aspects of the Crucible Wings, that's neat. An Ash of War, not an incantation. Swords and polearms are thrusting, okay. Grow a golden pair of wings and take to the air before diving down to the foe. Weapon first, spinning attack is performed when wielding a twin blade, that's cool. Alright, so we got another Black Knight. I already forgot his name. Alright, so I have a staircase to a ladder. But yeah, this weapon, I like how fast it attacks. We haven't even tried the two-handing yet. Should probably heal up. Another ladder. What's the sprinting attack on this thing? Okay. Wait. Right, the back step is the same as the roll. No, it's not. Huh. I always assumed the back step attack was the same as the sprinting attack. But it's not. I think it is in, at least in Dark Souls 1. Okay, more loot. And a good view of that pillar. Gotcha. So, that's where Urbalana is. That's where Tiolea is. Okay. A Battlefield Priest's Cookbook. Festive Grease? Okay. Companies for the devout battlefield priests, the keepers of the faith, fought bitterly to spread their gospel in the realm of shadow, where there was no Erdtree to gaze upon. Festive Grease. Oh, what does that do? This? Coat's armament, granting wielder trace amount of runes on landing attacks. Interesting, but it takes the blessed bone shards, though. Self and not increase me to a mixture of bone shards. I wonder what the point of that would really be. It seems kind of useless. Especially if it takes those materials. But you never know until you try it, I guess. Alright, so we gotta go back down. We can go down here now. Take out these guys. Yeah, the guard counter on this thing is really nice. What is going on up top? It's like tree branches breaking. That's a lot of bleed. My lantern's off. Festive Grease. Okay, there's a pathway there. A one-way trip. So there might be an abductor version up there. What is this chair? Oh my god. Now look at that thing. I don't know what that's called. I think that's a real torture device, though. Alright, so what's in here? A ladder going down. More torture devices. This place is not pretty. Okay. Before I commit to anywhere, I want to at least look around. So, okay, so that goes around. So the chest is up there. Okay. So we can jump over that railing. Okay. I think we might actually be able to get back up from these, maybe. Well, not that it really matters, but... Okay, there's the Flame Drake version of that. Okay, so we got the spell and the Flame Drake. That might be useful for Rolana later down the road. Still need the Bolt, Haley Drake, and Pearl Drake. Okay. So we can go up or we can go down. Let's go up first. Okay, we're in the courtyard. So where does down go then? To more loot. And more guards. More guards than I expected. God, this is so fast. Alright, more of those. I'll be good to upgrade the weapons that we don't have upgraded yet. Alright, so not much else down there. Alright, so upwards it is. So I wonder if the boss we fought, the Black Knight, is the boss of the fort. Since we kind of came in the back way. It's not this way, right? No, it's the other way. So hopefully, through the courtyard will lead us out the front door into the open world again. But before that, we have to take care of another omen killer. Any other allies nearby? Okay, backstabbed. More blessed bone shards. I wonder if those guys respawn, if they have a chance to drop those, because that would make those greases more worth it. Can I cut these down? No. Okay. Oh. There's this, which we saw from the top. It's not an elevator. It's a hole. Which leads to, like, looks like a trash chute. There's a legendary item in here. It's probably a smithing stone. Hello. So 2 guard counters is not enough. Iris of Occultation. There's a lot of interesting loot here. Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms. An iris that is dark as night. To place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its forms. Can be used to receive the blessing of an equipped great rune at the cost of all runes currently held. In the realm of shadow, this artifice was employed by the priests of the Erdtree to intensify the fears of their flock to magnificent effect. So it's like an infinite rune arc that just makes you lose your runes, which is fine if you're empty to begin with. Place in the eye of another. To deny them light. That part, I don't know what that means. I'm not going to use it right now, though, because I have a lot of runes. America's rune. Well, never mind then. Oh, it's just a rune. Okay. It's got kind of the same symbol on there, but it might just be a coincidence. Okay, this is a consumable as well, it seems. Okay, so it's not even use. The golden remnants of the grace personally bestowed by Queen America to the heroes who joined the crusade for her. 80,000 runes. The brilliance of Queen America's grace plants even the very best. I'm guessing this is the highest level rune in the game. I'm still curious about what that high does. Mesmer soldier ashes. Summons 2 soldier spirits. Right. One was an axe, where the other was a spear. Both of them are add up to charge attacks. Okay. These soldiers belonged to the ignoble penal battalion and were buried hidden from the Shadow Tree's sight. Yeah, I guess it's blocked by the fort. And that's where we came up from. Right, we have a ladder. We have a drop down here, potentially. It's a pretty hard drop, though. So does this just lead us to the boss? Yeah, that just goes to the boss. And also that grace. Alright. So I think that's it for the fort then. That I think is too high. I'm not going to risk that. So we will drop down to where the boss is. And then jump over here. Nope. Alright. Guess we gotta go around. Let me test something before I leave, though. If I rest, that respawns the Omen Killer down here, I assume. Yes. Now, does he always drop those things? That charger 2 is too quick. Okay, he's not at least guaranteed to drop them. Throwing daggers, Ghost Glovewort, Broken Rune, Broken Rune. Okay, so we have made it out. Do we get an area name, or is this still the gravesite plain? So I still hear those wings. Let's grab the grace. Morth Highway. Alright, that's a dragon up there then. Yeah, it's definitely a dragon. There's still that noise I heard from up top that sounded like a abductor virgin, though. Well, what's back here? Maybe that leads to somewhere we haven't been. Yep, there it is. Abductor virgin. There's 2 of them. Ow, right. Alright. I don't think they can bleed. Where'd the other one go? It's still back there. Yeah, it's still back there. Okay. It's stuck, though, thankfully. Right. Keep coming this way, please. Please. I'd rather not have 2 of them on me. I might be dead. I'm alive. I don't know if mashing helped there or not. It certainly didn't hurt. Kill it. Thank you. Okay. I think that other one killed it for me, but that is charging a long time. Yeah, this one's broken. It's missing its head. I think. Unless they all look like that. It's definitely behaving differently than the other ones. Please let me heal. Alright. Hello. Dropped a lot of runes. It's weird that it was multiple rune types. Yeah, that's not normal behavior for this thing. Alright. Does this one also drop a bunch of runes? It does. I wonder if those are the runes that were like inside of it from people that got caught before. Alright, so let's switch back to the Pata. Yeah, I assume we're still off the map, yeah. That's the Jagged Peak once again. I'm pretty sure that bridge is not the same as the one in the painting. Let me double check. This one? No. It's these ones here. It's got like swords and pillars on it, not trees. Another legendary item, huh? Blessing of America. That's a tool. Consumable. That's a divine blessing. Okay. It restores HP and heals all ailments. A special physic blessed by America, the Queen of the Erdtree. America once created several of these physics for Mesmer's sake, but never again. So there's some history between Mesmer and America here. I can jump down to there. I wonder if we can manipulate the jump back up to get somewhere else. Or does it only go up to this height, basically? Try going this way. See if I can get up to here. But that's just that same spot. Okay. Alright, can I teleport out of here? Yes, okay. So I took care of the virgins there at least. Alright, so Scadu Altus is where we are. Okay. So we can go through that way, which I think is the only way to go because that's the dead end of the road. But let's check this way first. Just make sure nothing else is over here. Which there is an item. A rune arc, alright. So I guess we go through the tunnel. Can summon. Oh, it's a Ghostflame Dragon. Gotcha. Well, it's fighting Mesmer soldiers, looks like. Yeah. Let's spectate here. They got perfumers and a great bow too. They're not doing much damage to that dragon. Still a lot of them alive though. I wonder if it might be a good idea to try and, yep, actually do damage while it's distracted. Hopefully the enemies won't be distracted on me. Unfortunately, they might. Ow. I tried to roll. Big damage. Ow. Alright, you guys, I guess you're here now. You couldn't fight the dragon instead of me. I really should just take care of these guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Please, leave me alone. Alright. I might have to... It'll be tough to take out, well, one or the other, because they're both going to be attacking me. No matter what. But maybe you can at least thin the herd a bit. There's a lot of them. I'm willing to wait here for them to, for most of them to die off. If they're not giving me runes, though. Because I can take a Ghostflame Dragon all on its own, but I can't take on the 15 enemies all on my own. So maybe I should actually try to take out the ads first, then. Repeating crossbow. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at that while they're fighting. Don't come this way, please. Repeating crossbow. A mechanized crossbow that has been fitted with a fan-shaped contraption. The metallic piece adds a reloading system using the execution of a unique battle art. Repeating fire. Once it ready stands, crank the handle to fire bolts in a rapid succession. That sounds fun. Alright, let me go over here where this archer is. Hopefully not get the dragon's attention too much. These guys are tanky, though. So if I take out the Black Knights, that would be nice. Good. I do kind of want the Twin Blade at some point. I don't know if they'll drop it, or if it's a unique spot. Alright, you. Okay, big guys are taken care of at least. There's at least one more there, though. Let me grab my runes. And the herd is thinned at least. You turn around to attack me immediately? Wow. Alright, dragon, can you kill this guy for me? That knight is a survivor. Alright, that should be good enough to let me get in. I could just spam Sacred Blade. Okay, really? Alright, fine. Dragon, camera. Okay. Let me get back on Torrent. Okay. Alright, let me get off Torrent. Heal. I could just spam Sacred Blade, honestly. Oh, not from that, though. I need to back up. Wow. I cannot block that Ghostflame. That's unfortunate, because now the enemies are back. Alright, I might just try spamming Sacred Blade at range. Don't shoot me. Come on, what are you doing? Really? Alright, we're fine. materials? Okay, just more embers. That was close. That's fine. Some free damage on you. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Alright. Really? You bastard. Okay. Don't go after me, please. Please, sir. Why? Please, 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 please. Heal. Alright. We're fine now. Big damage. Oh, I'm out. Ouch! My god. Get me out of that front attack. Alright. Please don't troll me. Miss targeting is bad right now. Why is it? What is it even targeting? Run. Okay. There we go. We're getting a lot of runes. Alright, so I came from that way. I really want to get the map, but it's quite far away. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't want to do general exploration without it. So I guess let's run up here then. So let's see if I can sprint past a lot of things. Although this place I might clear out since I'm already here. I don't think there's much here, though. What is that? It's just a big cloth, okay. The Morth Ruins. Alright, I don't care right now. There's a lot of ruins, though. There's a Grace along with a cross and an NPC. What's that rumbling? There's a very low rumbling. Shadow Tree Fragment, nice. Alright, who are you? You aren't talking, okay. I've been here to flesh my body. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I can't do that. I need 2 more, or 1 more, I guess, for that. So you're just here. You're Dryleaf Dane, apparently. Can't talk to you, but I'll write your name down. Dryleaf Dane. Okay. Let's continue onwards. This does have a very open area feel to it, like Altus did. That up there is new, though. Alright, let's keep going. Like I said, I don't want to explore too much in depth. Another furnace golem. Okay, I think that low rumbling is just in the music. Yeah, this place is gonna be fun to explore. That is that. Gotcha. Alright. Map of Scadu Altus. Wow. Okay, so that's the rest of the map there then. So the tree isn't even on the explorable area. Okay. So, yeah, we started here. Okay, that map goes to that section, it seems. So how do we get down there then? Maybe that way? Not sure. Alright, so we started there. This is... That's Rolana's place, gotcha. That looks like a greenhouse or like a... what's the word for it? A botanical garden? There's another finger ruin over here. Interesting. Okay, we have a lake with colored dots in there. That looks like a big place to explore. Looks bigger than Bellarat. There's also going to be a lot of verticality here, because that spot I think is underneath that. So yeah, all this is going to be fun to explore. But it looks like we might not even be able to get down to there easily. We might be able to go down this path. What's this? The Fogriff Catacombs, gotcha. Alright, I'll check out this direction. Yeah, okay. So down to 3. So what's that? Okay, that's the 3. That's Castle Ensis, right? Right? Yeah. So then what's that? Looks like a belfry. Alright, so can we go anywhere from here? Since we don't have the map, we have to use our eyes. What are these? Are these like wilted shadow sunflowers? Yeah. Still can't get over to there. Okay, so the down just led to that dead end there, but I think that cliff side right there is where we couldn't get to. So how the hell do we get over there? I'm gonna keep walking around the edge here. I know I'm over time on the recording, but I'm too curious. Let me dismount for safety. Alright, so yeah, that was where we couldn't get to. That's still a long way down, though. That's a long way up. Maybe we have to get to it from somewhere in here. I don't know. Oh, what is this place? I just want to know the name. Looks like a church of some sort. Church of the Crusade. Alright. Yeah, I think we're being invaded.
Thou shalt not evade
Higher Knight Quillian. This is you again. Same guy that invited us in Bellarat. I don't know if it's the same guy, but it's the same type of guy, at least. Ah, that's a lot of damage.
Another cancer to thy joy.
I've excised another cancer to thy joy. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're still silent. I want to go back there, but I really should end the episode here. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.